Hey everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have some exciting news to share with you. OMG! Wang finally opens up a big secret to Shen Yue, and her reaction? It absolutely broke the internet. This is the moment fans have been waiting for, and trust us, you don't want to miss a second. Make sure to subscribe now and turn on those notifications so you're always the first to know when these kinds of heart-melting moments happen. So here we go, take a deep breath, because what happened between Dylan and Shen Yue shocked even the most loyal of followers. It was supposed to be just another casual interaction between the two beloved stars of Meteor Garden. But what unfolded left fans around the globe in stunned silence, followed by waves of emotional reactions across social media. It all started during a seemingly normal interview. The two were seated side by side on a cozy stage setting, warm lights, gentle music in the background, and the vibe as relaxed as ever. They were answering light-hearted questions about their recent projects, reminiscing about their time on Meteor Garden, and joking around like they always do. But something felt different this time. Dylan was quieter than usual, slightly fidgety, his fingers tapping a soft rhythm against the armrest. Shen Yue, ever observant, picked up on it quickly. She leaned in with that gentle curiosity she's known for and asked if he was okay. Dylan offered a small smile and nodded. But that moment, that single flicker of vulnerability, told fans everything, something was coming. Then came the question that cracked everything wide open. A fan had submitted it days earlier, not thinking it would actually get chosen. But fate had its own plans. The question, what is one thing you've always wanted to tell Shen Yue, but never had the courage to? The audience gasped. Even Shen Yue laughed nervously, waving the card like, you don't have to answer that if it's too much. But Dylan took a deep breath, sat forward, and asked for a moment. The room fell silent. Cameras zoomed in. The air was thick with anticipation. And then, he spoke. He started slowly, cautiously, his voice soft but steady. He said that for years he'd carried something in his heart. That working with Shen Yue had been one of the most transformative experiences of his life. He shared how they'd grown not just as actors, but as people, together, learning, leaning, supporting each other through career highs and personal lows. Then came the moment. I've always felt something more, Dylan said, his voice cracking just slightly. From the very beginning. It wasn't just friendship for me. The audience gasped again. Shen Yue froze. Her smile faded into a look of complete shock. Her hand instinctively flew to her chest as she stared at him, eyes wide, heart clearly pounding. He continued, saying that every time they laughed between takes, every late-night rehearsal, every shared meal, it only deepened what he felt. But he was afraid it would ruin what they had, afraid she didn't feel the same, afraid of the world watching too closely. But I can't carry it anymore, he admitted, because it's real, and it's been real for a long time. For a moment, the world stood still. The reaction? Shen Yue burst into tears. Not tears of discomfort or confusion, but of sheer, overwhelming emotion. She covered her mouth, trying to hide it, but everyone saw. Her entire expression softened into something tender, raw, and incredibly real. I had no idea, she whispered, voice trembling. I thought I was the only one who felt that way. And just like that, the internet exploded. Within minutes, clips of the confession hit social media. The hashtag Dylan to Shen exploded on Weibo and trended #1 globally on X, formerly Twitter. Fan edits, emotional threads, and reaction videos dominated timelines. People from around the world were crying, celebrating, analyzing every second of the moment. Some fans felt like they had always seen this coming, the stolen glances, the inside jokes, the lingering hugs. Others were just shocked that it was finally out in the open. Memes flooded the internet, with one particularly viral post showing a still of Shen Yue crying, captioned, "This is what 7 years of secret love looks like." Back in the studio, Dylan reached out his hand. Shen Yue hesitated for only a moment before taking it. The two of them sat there in silence, holding hands, eyes locked, neither saying a word, because sometimes silence says everything. Later, in a follow-up behind-the-scenes clip, the two were seen walking offstage together. Shen Yue had changed out of her stage heels into sneakers, and Dylan casually reached for her bag, carrying it without a word. Someone off-camera whispered, "Are you two okay?" Dylan looked at Shen Yue, and she smiled, eyes still red from tears, before replying softly, "Yeah, more than okay." That short exchange sent the fandom spiraling again. Fan accounts began deep diving into every past interaction. Old interviews were rewatched. Hidden details were uncovered. One user pointed out how during a 2021 event, Dylan had been caught on camera staring at Shen Yue for a full 12 seconds while she laughed at a joke. Another recalled how, in a 2019 interview, Dylan once said, "Sometimes the person you need most is right beside you, and you don't realize it until later." Was that about Shen Yue? The pieces were fitting together, and fast. Meanwhile, entertainment reporters scrambled for statements. But the two stars remained silent for a few days after the reveal, perhaps needing time to process everything themselves. Then, just when fans were beginning to lose their minds from the anticipation, a new post appeared on Dylan Wang's official account. It was a candid selfie. No makeup, no glam. Just him and Shen Yue, sitting on a bench by a lake. She was leaning her head on his shoulder, eyes closed, smiling gently. It was only hiding what mattered most. "And Shen Yue?" She replied with tears in her eyes, "I thought he didn't feel it. So I tried to let it go." But you can't let go of someone who feels like home. Fans will remember this forever. The confessions, the tears, the reactions, but most of all, the courage. The courage to speak the truth even when it's hard. To risk everything for something real. And that's what makes this moment iconic. Not just for the couple, but for anyone who's ever held love in their heart and wondered if they should say something. So now, whether you're a longtime Meteor Garden fan or just someone who stumbled across this unbelievable story, there's one thing you can't deny. This wasn't just celebrity gossip. This was a love story. An authentic, slow-burning, finally exploding love story that showed the world vulnerability, honesty, and hope in its purest form. Now imagine what comes next. A joint project? A romantic drama where they don't just act the love, they live it? Marriage rumors in a few years? Who knows? But one thing is clear, they've changed the game. So if you haven't already, subscribe right now. Because this love story is only just beginning. And you definitely don't want to miss what comes next.